Costas from the United States.
And why are you here?
Well, I'm here because this is the World Travel and Tourism Council Forum. It's a global discussion on the most pressing issues facing the travel and tourism industry. And one of those issues happens to be sustainability. How is this industry interacting in the context of the environment and sustaining the well-being of local people?
And how real is this issue? You know, we hear a lot about it in the press.
I think it's a very real issue. It's a fundamental issue to the future of the travel and tourism industry. At the end of the day, travel and tourism is ultimately based, you might call it its product in industry terminology, on things like a healthy environment, vibrant cultural diversity, sense of place, heritage. You know, look at Africa, where wildlife is one of the greatest, tourism attractions on the planet. So I think we can say how we take care of the planet is directly related to the future of this industry.
And what are the pitfalls in terms of making a travel and tourism kind of market sustainable?
Well, I think the balancing act and what we've seen over the last couple of days here at the World Travel and Tourism Council Summit has been, how do we get it right? How much growth is too much growth? Is there a end game in this, in a sense? Do we just grow forever as an industry? And I think the answer is no. Some of the potential pitfalls in this, I think, are for careless travel and tourism development in places that have fragile environments. Some of the pitfalls are travel and tourism development which doesn't look at fair wages and benefits to local communities, because again, at the end of the day, this is an industry built on really cultural heritage, natural heritage, and the health of a destination, and that means the well-being of its people too.
And who's doing this well?
Well, I think there are a number of different companies out there. One of them is Big Five Tours and Expeditions, based in the United States, with their Spirit of Big Five foundation, which is reaching out and showing that tourism can both be a profit-making business, but also give back to local communities. But I would also say at the bigger level, we're seeing some encouraging signs from major industry players that we hadn't really seen before. Marriott Hotels announced yesterday that they are directly engaged in a partnership with Conservation International to protect 1 million hectares of Amazon rainforest in real tangible terms. So this is a level of discussion that started with the small ecotourism operators in the world, the small eco-hotel in a place perhaps like Belize or Costa Rica, and now has worked its way up into the mainstream tourism industry, and that's where we need to have this discussion now.
So if we zoom forward to the future in 12 months' time and at the next event, what would you like to be able to say had happened in the previous 12 months?
I would like to look forward to the next event in a more substantive way. We had some very good discussions here on these issues of the challenges that the industry faces in fundamental aspects, such as just human capacity. Where do we get the workforce for a growing travel and tourism industry? What about the growth of open skies? What about visa and movements of people? Those are some of the nuts and bolts issues of travel and tourism. But I think, and what we heard here at this meeting, and what I hope we're going to go into in much more depth next year, is really the fundamental aspects of sustainability. Where is it working? Where are the innovators? What are they doing? And 12 months from now, I'd like to see this summit present those innovators, look at our accomplishments, understand that good things are happening, recognize the challenges ahead, and realize that we need to address them.